Okay, we share this. Okay, good evening all. I hope all of you doing great. So today is our third session. I hope all of you still have good spirit to learn together because it is the third session. We still have the fourth and the fifth session, yeah, on Saturday and Sunday. Again, before we start, I wanna tell you that this session is not like really mandatory. Even I told you it is highly recommended. But if you have another businesses or something else that you have to do, you can leave and you can watch on the YouTube. Okay. Today we will discuss about, wait, I have to share my screen. And if your connection is not really good, I already paste the YouTube link for today's session, so you can live and watch through YouTube. So today we will learn about interact. Oh no, it's third. Review a quiz. Yeah, it is very unique. I don't know. Maybe some of you didn't use it. Instructor-based mode. Yeah, sometimes I use usual quiz with instructor-based mode, play a team mode. We already play it on last Friday. And then create and copy user collection. Collection is really good features, but I think maybe only about 20 or 20 or even 15 or 10% our users that already use. Even we check all of your collection. I think some of you didn't use the collection features, but totally fine. We will learn about that. Meme. Actually, meme is the unique things, yeah, from Quizizz. You cannot find meme on GForm, Microsoft Form, Kahoot, and other platform. Even there is several notes regarding meme. We will discuss about that. Enabling automatic reader. It is for early elementary level or even kindergarten. It is very, very useful because some of them they cannot read the text. Class on Quizizz, not really popular, but we have the feature. But we will discuss very short about class on quiz and Google Classroom integration. It is it is the main menu for tonight and host a game for parallel class. It is very easy, but some of our users, even the trainer, maybe not really realize that we can host a game or several games at the same time. So like yesterday, if we finish earlier, we can finish earlier. Wait. Okay, sorry. The first one, review of quiz. If you are Quizizz heavy users or already use Quizizz since long time ago, you maybe realize that we have a mode that not take down. If you remember, like I don't know when, but I think last July, the solo games is still here, yeah, with the green button. But I think on August, we not deleting, we move the button more small and not hidden, yeah. But previously it's very noticeable, but currently it is like a small button. So that's why maybe for new users, they didn't realize about preview features. So what is preview? So actually the preview is the mode that you can use to preview your quiz before not only you, the quiz, it is yours or not, that's totally fine. The idea before you give it to your student, you can play it by yourself so you can check is there anything wrong or right, so you can avoiding something that I did yesterday. We did a mistake. I did a mistake. So that's why sometimes we have to check by preview, because sometimes even we showing the answer, sometimes we just screening, right? Just screening, and we feel okay, everything's okay. But when we preview the quiz, we directly play the quiz as a student. For example, okay, just fine. Is this preview? Is there some of you really usually use these features, preview things? Anyone?
I tried to.
Huh? Yeah, I use it to read.
And I'll make
it
white.
I use the preview.
Semi-transparent. So I'll set it.
Okay. Is it UK? I think Kay say something.
Yes.
Kay?
I use the preview before I send the link to my student. I check before.
Okay.
And sometimes I just check if everything is okay.
Okay. Yeah, it is very useful, but that's not the only one that you can do, with the preview. There is a little secret. Again, there is no a really secret, but not only previewing the quiz. If I start, I don't know why it's in Bahasa. Even I already changed it to English, but that's fine. It is very basic. We can just try start, and when we start, we will play this quiz as student. Very, very basic. But I think all of you already know about this. But besides these features, you also able to share the link, and then you can play it with your student. And then actually it is like assignment, unlimited deadline, but the disadvantages is you cannot see the reports. So if you want to try, I already send the link to your chat, to the chat. You can just click it and you can see, you can play the game. Yeah, Michael, I don't know what is the problem. Maybe I think because my browser is in Bahasa, because I already changed my quizzes to English, but it is still Bahasa. But that's totally fine. It is actually start, and how to get there, you just need to click preview. It is in English. Click preview. And usually I think some of you use start. It means start in Bahasa Indonesia. And I think Melayu also, mulai or something else.
Hi,
Not
Kumar.
really. Yeah, Jerry?
If everyone can just click on the link you share in the chat, when you open it, you will get to see it in English. So everyone can just click on that and see the translation on their own.
Sorry, can you repeat?
The link that you share in the chat, when I tried clicking on it, on my end, I see everything in English. So I think everyone can just click and see, and they will know what it means.
Because I think it is because my browser in Bahasa Indonesia. So because it is separated from teacher side, as I said to you, you can see the link, quizizz.com/admin. And then this link it is quizizz.com/join. So that's why when I think beside that things, I think I have to change this language. I think I know the problem, not the browser. Yeah, this unique case. I think it's in English. It's in English. It is nice to know what is the problem. Yeah, as I said, because previously why it is in English, but when I open the preview things, it is in Bahasa Indonesia because on my student mode, I still use Bahasa. So that's why when I click preview, it is in Bahasa. But that's not a big deal, and this is a rare case. You don't need to worry about that. But my point that maybe some of you didn't realize about this, you can share the game link through click the share button in this site, and then you can share the link to your student, and then your student can play the game anytime without deadline. It's like the homework without the deadline. So, and you don't need to be a super to do this. But again, the disadvantages in these features, that is you cannot get the report. And yeah, so as I already shared the link to you, you can play it. You don't need to play it until you finish it because there's nothing special about that. But yeah, some of you maybe didn't realize about this share link. And there is a flashcard. Flashcard is like it is not really popular actually, but it's contain the question, but I don't know, it's like you get the, maybe because it is only preview, so this is the question and this is the answer. So it's like if you want to play it with students, like guessing things, you can use it, but
yeah, 4 to 20%.
Okay, so that's why I don't think it is a real game, but what is the flashcard. So if your participant audience asks about the flashcard, you can explain that things. Besides that, students can, even beside the teachers said about the memes, students also can turn off the memes on their site through these features. Power ups, they cannot set the power ups because power ups is automatically set from their teachers. Read aloud, it is very important for several students, maybe for special ability students or early elementary or kindergarten. So we can try read aloud. Yeah.
The Lego factory produces around 36,000 Lego blocks every minute.
Yeah, you can hear the English sound, and actually you can change the language, but it should be really exactly with the text. For example, the text in English, if you use Indonesia, it's like
question, spot the truths. Option 1, opposite sides of dice always add up to 7.
So you can, it's not really bad, but it's not good as using English. Even when we try another.
Question, spot the truths. Option 1, opposite sides of dice always add up to 7.
It's still good, but I don't know, but actually you can change the language, but unfortunately only Indonesia right now. But if you use apps, we have Melayu on apps and Thailand, I think. So so you can use Thailand language and Melayu also on apps. Just English. So read aloud, it is set on student side. So you will not see or find anything from teacher side regarding read aloud. And music, it is very basic. You wanna turn it on or turn it off, and then just resume and finish it. It's not really problem. Now, sometimes, sometimes beginner users, they confuse with these pages. If I'm a beginner student and I ask you as a trainer why I lost my teacher site or teacher dashboard, okay, I will ask
the join.
Yeah, the join site.
The admin, right?
What should I do, Cigu?
Change the behind that, the join. You take out the join. You change to /admin.
Yeah, you're like a programmer.
You ask me, what? Have to say what?
Yeah.
Or not, later they
But
don't know.
that's right. But actually, you don't need to do that for this case because there is instructor dashboard. Actually, the button. Yeah. You're right, actually, but you're like programmer. Like you change the address bar,
She likes to complicate it.
I didn't see the instructor dashboard. I only remember Uma said is just see the behind.
Yeah. Again, you're right. You're totally right. But my question, if other trainer asks you, you can suggest that things. But if the teachers or your participant ask that things, you can tell that things. But actually, there is an easier way to go back to teacher side through this link, instructor dashboard.
I need to add my specs power, I think.
So, and then they will go back to their teacher dashboard. It is sort of important, but because sometimes they think they choose wrong roles, sometimes they ask me to change their roles to teachers, even they are already teachers, but they just play the game. Even they just preview a quiz, or they just play as, he play with other teacher, and then he finish it, and they come to their this page. So they don't only need to click the instructor dashboard. Okay, that's a preview. I have one question. If I am basic users, can I previewing super quiz?
Yes, good.
Okay. I wanna. Who think basic users can preview a super quiz? Please raise hand. I wanna see. Wow, Raja Nadia is really confident with this. Cikgu Suhaila.
Tak apa, confident, tembak je.
Okay, 10 seconds. I will give you 10 seconds. I think the question is clear. A basic teachers can do a preview for super quiz or super lesson. 6. Okay. Raise down your hand. Thank you, Cikgu Suhaila and Kay, Po and Sarah, I think. And only 6 who are right. Yeah, basic teachers can play. For example, I just create the new account using fake email. So we prove it. So this is basic account. You can see. Okay, it is still in Bahasa. Sorry, I will. Let's see. You can see the fake email. Okay, we will. This is super quiz, and then I cannot play it as a live games or homework, but I can preview it. Yeah, so they can share the game or they can preview the game. Yeah, that's advantageous. I don't know, maybe when Deepak or Kanner know this, maybe he will change the rule, but the fact that you can do it. So yeah, preview is not really popular, but
I think
yeah. Go on,
I
Sean.
think they are purposely do the basic account can view so that if he wanted to play the game, he necessarily have to upgrade. So I think that one is on purpose.
Yeah, could be. Okay, that's a review case, review a quiz, yeah. And the second one, instructor-based mode. What is instructor-based mode? It is very easy. You just like play a quiz, your usual quiz, regular quiz, like play it like lesson. That's it. So and every quiz you can play it using instructor based, yeah. Okay, for example, this is a quiz that we create yesterday. And instructor based. I don't know why we still put beta things in this, but yeah, that doesn't matter.
It works just fine.
Yeah, it's just fine. And then not really many settings, yeah, on instructor based. It is very common with a lesson. And then just leaderboard, shuffle answer. You cannot shuffle the question because you will play the same question with your students. If you still didn't understand what is instructor based is like Kahoot, the old mode. Yeah, but we don't create it because Kahoot, but because we have lesson. So okay, advanced settings. Not really much. Not really many settings. And just continue. And then wait. Okay, and then yeah. For example, I will play with myself. Oh yeah, this is also a tips, yeah. Sometimes when we want to do a demo like this, how to play a lesson or how to play a quiz, you don't need to like really share the link or the game code with your participant, because if you share a lot of links, they will confuse and feel annoyed. So you can, if you just want to demo, you can play with yourself. Just click the link and then you can open new tab, and then another you will be there. So yeah. Yeah, that's it. If you're still confused about the instructor pace, we will play a lesson tomorrow, and that will be same totally. Not really different. Yeah, there's nothing different. Okay. And like on lesson either, you can skip the question, yeah. So you can see on at the bottom, you can, for example, it's from the first question. I wanna directly jump into the last question or one before the last. I can just. That's one thing that you cannot do with live mode or classic mode. Yeah, and yeah, I think we will explore more about the lesson editor or lesson dashboard tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow is really, really important. If you don't have a very important thing tomorrow, please come. Okay, so and team mode. Cikgu Hafizul, I think you ever have a webinar with Cikgu Kelly, and describing about team mode. Did I'm wrong or is it right?
It's not there.
Okay, but previously I think Cikgu Hafizul.
Yes,
yeah.
I've spoken about this one.
Are you really like play the team mode with your student, or you just know it, or?
My student really love the team mode.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
In a month, sometimes you play how many times of team mode? Just guessing. No, I don't need like a very accurate.
Almost every week we play in a team mode. So in a month, maybe 4.
Okay. Did you mind? Do you mind to share to us about the team mode? Yes lah.
Which part should I share?
Yeah, about the team mode. Everything about team mode.
From the beginning.
From the beginning.
Okay.
So basically, when you play on a team mode, there are 2 kind of team mode. We can have the first one. We can students can have it in a random distribute group. Because there are auto assigned by the quizzes. It is actually according to the number of that we set. If you can see, select the number of team. Okay.
Yeah.
Select the number of teams, so we can choose. The maximum will be 8 teams in the quiz. So that is the maximum number. If only I can request for a larger number of teams, that would be great. But for the time being, 8 is the maximum. So there will be auto assign. Then the group names will be randomly generated. There will be a dancing slugs. There will be a bouncy bunny. Yeah, lots of name. And once the students join, we can, if we are going to put it in the group, so we can drag and drop it in according to the groups which there belongs to, or if they are okay with the auto generated team, so just let the that's one. So we can drag and drop Umar Aziz to any
group,
any teams that we want. So the score will be according to the group once they play. What else?
Okay. What will happen if the member of the group is not equal?
That particular group will be answering more questions, isn't it?
So yeah, actually we don't need to worry when the total member for each group is different. For example, let's say the panda teams, they has 10, and the raccoon teams they have 5, perhaps, because we will accumulating their score. So that's totally fine. But sometimes our system will shuffling the participant, the members, group members, to make it equal. But if you still wanna shuffle the teams, you also can shuffle the teams. If you wanna pick or moving the participant, you can do it. But yeah, based on our case last Friday, it's not really easy as we seen. I don't know why. Maybe because we have lots of students. I think last Friday we played with about 80, 90. But I think if you just play with about 50 or 40 usual class, it will be very easy. But there is some notes regarding the team modes. Is kind of number. Yeah, participant cannot join after the game start. It is very different with classic teams. With classic mode. On the classic mode, the student, they can join anytime, But on team modes, when I start it, they cannot join. And the other one, you have to make sure that every member they have good connection, because if their connection is bad, there will be like a trouble in the group, because we will accumulating the team score. So when you play with 5 member and one member, they just answering one question and then their internet connection drop. And then the total score will be still divided into 5 or accumulated into 5 members. So that's why I don't know in English, but in Bahasa you will be beban tim ya, or a problem to your team. So
beban. When they play game, they say beban.
I don't know it is the same context in Malaysia or not, but we say beban tim.
Same. Every time you play game show, people say beban tim, beban ayo.
So, and sometimes they also not really confident, because even beside the interconnection factor, sometimes the student
the
who
internet line, right?
I mean, regarding the internet, sometimes the ability for each student is different. Maybe there are 5 students and 2 of them not really good on the subject, so maybe they think they will become a beban team because their score is not really good. But but still we have to keep in mind that it is for fun. I think it's very weird if you use this this game mode for serious assessment. I think it's very it's weird, because it is for fun, because there is some factor that they cannot join after you start it, so it is totally for fun. Even you can send the link to the Google Classroom, but I think it is not a really good option, because we want to make it fast. Sometimes it takes time to for the students to finding the link through their Google Classroom. The other side, I don't know why, but on the team mode we cannot generate the link. I always advise the team to give link generator, but still unavailable for now. So you still have to ask the student to go to joinmyquiz.com and enter the code. That's not really popular, but that's for now. Usually, if my participant is not really much, it's not really crowded, I play the game mode. But if like just 100, I think that's totally fine. So even we know the interconnection for every participant could be different, but the point they have experience using team mode, that's a very important thing. And sometimes it is more fun than the classic one. So it is depend again based on your training context. But it is highly recommended to try team mode with your participant. Okay, what else? I ever host in-house training, and I play team mode, and then it is guessing the country flag, and it's very fun. I have the recorded, but I don't know. I forget when I save it, but it's really fun, and even fun, more fun than the classic, as I said. And then team mode collection. Who in this room who have more than 10 collection in their account? Anyone? Or should I check our data? maybe some of you don't really. No one?
I think I do.
Wow.
I have to count.
Okay. Do you mind to share your screen and explain to all of us about the collection and how you collect your quiz, Paul?
You're talking about grouping the quizzes into individual folders, essentially, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll show you. Hang on.
Yeah. You can share your screen now. Yeah, collection also, it is a bit secret because it is below the more on the settings. So some users, they don't know that we have a collection. Even actually, if you have like a collection and the collection consists of, let's say, 10 quiz, you can just share the collection, and then the teachers that you share the collection, they will get the access to all the quiz. So it is very easy to share the quiz. So sure, please, Paul, please, let's say we are beginner users, please explain to us what is collection and how to create it and how to share it, or just do your. Are you still mute? I think you are mute. Maybe you wanna unmute yourself right now. You are mute, Paul. Okay, nah, we can hear you now.
Okay. Sorry, I end up muting. You can see my screen, right?
Yeah, I can see your screen.
So to explain, I teach junior high at 3 levels. What in Thailand we call Mathiom 1, 2, and 3, which is just year 1, 2, and 3 in junior high. But I teach 2 subjects, 2 completely different subjects. I teach a health subject at all 3 levels, and I teach a subject called occupations and technology at all 3 levels in an English program. So I just put in my collections the relevant quizzes for each unit. I use quizzes all the time for all classes, and I actually use them as part of the preparation for testing. So I use tests to prepare the students for use quizzes to prepare the students for the tests. So here we have the different units for this is for M1. So they start off with the central nervous system. So this is a 40-question quiz. Then they move to the endocrine system. And so essentially my teaching happens in the quizzes, not so much in face-to-face learning. So I give them the outline of what we're doing, and we may work through the textbook and we do assignments and that sort of thing. But a lot of the learning actually takes place in the quizzes themselves. And so before we do a test, and it might be a small test, or it might be a midterm test or a final exam, they always get a quiz, and they'll normally get that for homework. So I'll homework their quiz for them. Say, for example, the endocrine system. I'm a bit lazy, so I don't tend to put a lot of pictures in. This one there's your pancreas. So they'll get this for homework, and they'll just work through it as many times as they want. And I tell them that they have to do this 90 or 100%. And if they do that, the tests are just really easy. All right. So we change the questions a bit for the tests, but the content is very similar to what they'll get in the test. So in fact, the learning happens here. The learning doesn't happen in the class. I'm teaching M1 students have various levels of English language. They're Thai, and some come from English programs, and some come from quite small, poor village schools where they have not had much access to English, or they've not had much incentive to really learn English. And so there's a big difference in terms of the quality of the English in the classroom. Some are really easy, you can have an easy conversation, and others really struggle. So these help a lot. The quizzes help a lot. And so if they don't get it the first time round, they'll never be 100% on the first quiz, but I don't use them for testing. Other teachers that use the quiz in my school do. I don't use them for testing. I do paper tests or forms, Google Forms, and then I have essentially what I think is a more valid testing regime. If someone asks to see my tests, there they are. They're the completed paper tests, or there are the forms. But in terms of testing with the quizzes, I think that it tends to lead the students to communicating between themselves more readily than say a paper test in a classroom, or even a form at home. And therefore, the validity of a test done on a quiz while they're using their phones and other devices, it's very easy for them to cheat. And students like to cheat. Students are lazy. And so you try and rule out the cheating as much as possible, but you never can. So I don't try to make them test or take scores from the quizzes. Maybe one day I will. I don't know. But this works really well for me.
Okay, thank you, Paul. Can you open your My Library again?
Yeah.
Yeah. Click My Library, please.
I'm sorry again. I didn't hear you.
Can you click My Library right here?
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. I'll just go back.
Okay. Yeah.
So I have.
Please. I wanna explain several things. So, for example, Paul has lots of quiz on their My Library, or on his My Library, and then if you remember, if you think Paul didn't use collection, it will be very difficult for him to organize his quiz, because it's consists lots of quiz, and if you wanna scroll down, it will be very, very difficult when you wanna looking for a particular quiz. So that's why that's the first reason. That's why we use collection. That's the first one, and then
I have a problem actually. You know, if the work is not in a collection when you create the work, and if you haven't put it in a collection, or if some work has not ended up in a collection because you're busy or whatever, I have a bit of a problem that something that I create today doesn't appear at the top of the list. And I would have thought that would be kind of logical, that if you create a quiz, it would be here, say that, I just created society and teenagers, but it doesn't. So you then got to scroll down. And when you have like hundreds of quizzes, quite hard to find, the only way to obviate that is to put it into alphabetical order, and that helps. But nonetheless, I don't quite understand why a recent quiz, a just created quiz, doesn't just appear at the top of the list. Do you know what I mean?
Can you click last recent? Most recent.
Well,
it is.
Well, there's most recent, but that's not most recent.
Can you try least recent?
Oh, actually, that is a recent one. Yeah, okay. But this is not. This one here that I'm pointing at, that's not really a recent month. I don't think. Anyway,
but
I'd have to go through this. So maybe this is working. I'd have to go back and check. I forget what I've created lately.
Yeah, actually, I also not really aware with the exploring the My Library. I really strict with the collection. But yeah, your question is still valid. Even I think you can keep your question for tomorrow, because tomorrow Deepak will join, and Deepak actually he responsible for like these technical things, like, so it will be more he more capable to answer your question or your doubt.
I'll double check because I might have said something wrong there in terms of recent, but I'll double check what I've done. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Paul. So yeah, we already heard from Paul how he used collection, and it's really helped him to organize the collection. But how to create it at the first place? Okay, I will use my basic account. It is new, and then some users don't know that we have collection because it is below the settings. So they have to click the collection, and then they can create the collection. Actually, they don't need to, they can directly to the quiz that they want to save. But normally we use the collection first. For example, I wanna, again, solar system. And then create collection. And then I start to looking for the relevant quiz. And then click save. And save it. Just do it. Even I can save the the super. Maybe let's say someday this account will be super. Yeah, just keep save it, and you can save public quiz or your own quiz. It doesn't matter. You can collect it in one collection. Even you can collect a quiz into multiple collection. For example, it is solar system, but I also wanna put it into science. So it means one quiz we can collect it at multiple collection. Yeah, it's not like unlike like Google Drive. In Google Drive, maybe you can mirroring or shortcut, but in collection you can save on more than one collection. And how to Jerry?
As a basic account, can I copy and edit super quizzes?
No,
I think it's no, right? But I can save it into a collection.
Yeah, you can save it to collection, but you cannot copy and edit.
All right, just one more quick question. When you created the collection earlier, there is also a private and public setting. How is that different from private and public setting for the quiz itself?
Okay, theoretically, private quiz, private collection, I think public or regular person, they cannot find the collection through Google, I think.
That means we don't share our collection.
Yeah, but because actually even you create it as private, for example, it's private. Yeah, okay, I will add another quiz to my private. For example, this. I think even we add it into the private collection, you can still, we can see this private and public. But based on my experience, you can still share the collection even it is private. So my best answer right now is not really difference. But I think it is only like you can find it on Google or not, because like public quiz, we have a public quiz search, but rather than that, also people can find our quiz on Google, but maybe the collection they cannot find the private collection on Google. But the most important thing on collection is not only about you can organize your quiz properly. You can share the quiz that you already collect to your colleague, another teachers or your friends. You can just copy paste the link or click share this collection, copy the URL and send it to them. Both are works. For example, I share the link to you. Yeah, and I will open with another account. Okay, this is another account. Yeah, see, even it is private, I can have an access to this. And then you only need to duplicate.
Oh, it doesn't show the user's name.
Yeah, you don't need their username or their email. You only need the link. And then click duplicate. And I already has the collection. The solar system, I think, or what is the, I forget. The science, science. Yeah, science. You can see science. So and the quiz already on my library. So it is very short. I mean, my collection only consists of 2 quiz, but like Cikgu Grace and Cikgu Raja Nadia maybe want to share the quiz together. For example, Cikgu Raja Nadia collect, let's say 10 question or 20 question, and Cikgu Grace collect 20 quiz as well, and then they can just share it. And then, yeah, because I think even quiz has millions quiz, sometimes it is not easy to find a relevant quiz on Quizizz. Sometimes it is irrelevant, so you can take your team and then create a great collection. That's about collection. Is there anything question about collection?
Yeah, Umar, just now you mentioned about the share collection. So if I share to you, if I share to you, then you can make the shareable link to make as a collection in your account, is it?
Yeah.
Can you show? Just now it's so quick, I cannot get it.
Can you repeat what?
The share, I shared my collection to you. Then how to your collection?
Okay, so for example, please notice I have 2 different accounts. The first one you can see, this is my real Quizizz account. You can see school and district account, and this is the fake account. It is using at yahoo.com. So how to share the collection link? You can start from my library. So on my library, you can find the collection on your site, on this site. Okay, I think it is fine. So click the collection that you want to share to them. Like Paul has a lot collection, but maybe some of you still start with 1 or 2, like this account, just fine. For example, I want to share the solar system collection. I click the solar system collection, and then you have to click the share this collection or just copy paste the link. Both are fine, but yeah, I will click the share this collection and then click copy URL, and it is copy. Let's say I send it to Zoom, Google Meet, Google Classroom, or WhatsApp or Telegram, and I open it on another account. Let's say I'm the friends of the first account, and then I click the link, and then this is the collection. It's still unsafe. I mean, I still need to save the collection with click this link, duplicate. If you don't click the duplicate, the collection and the quiz will not save to your account. So you need to click the duplicate. Don't forget to click the duplicate. After you click the duplicate, all the quiz are saved into your account. Is it clear, Po?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we will next, nanti. If you still have doubt, we can discuss later. We still have several times, and then again, this is very not really important, but even like me, I already host lots of training. I still need like a training list, so I didn't get lost. Collection and meme. Who have meme collection or ever create their own collection? Anyone? We will share together. I mean, don't like, oh, I have, but if I confess, Umar will ask me to explain. Don't be like that. Okay, because none of you said yes. So it is, I will just share it very quick. Because actually, again, meme is very unique actually. But I don't know, Indonesia not really much teacher really like did maybe they think it is effort to create a meme. So sometimes only a few of them create a meme. But how to create a meme? You just need to click create new meme sheet. It is a meme collection that I create. But if you are a beginner, I mean, usually our audience participant, they are beginners. They create memes and then name it meme, for example. And again, I don't know what is the difference between public and private, because even it is in private, you can still share it. So yeah, never mind that things. And then to implement the meme or create the meme, you only need at least one correct meme and incorrect meme. And just click it. Yeah, for example, yeah, I just, yay, you are right. Yeah, it's the pack. It is not relevant image, it should be incorrect, but yeah, it's just sample. And then yeah, at least just one for each, and then you can done, and you can use it. How to use it? You have to choose the meme before you start the game. Yeah, select this meme. I already has lots of meme. I will share to you, but it is in bahasa ya. Yeah, maybe you can edit the caption, I think. Yeah, the same procedure with the collection. If you wanna share the meme, just click share, copy the URL and share to your friends. And then you only need to click duplicate after that. Yeah, you can try it. I know it's not really relevant, but you can just try to duplicate and you can delete it after that. It is about Corona, yeah, but yeah, it is in bahasa. But you can edit it because mostly I type the caption on Quizizz, for example, this thing. Yeah, you can change the caption if you want it. Okay, I will share this also. Even you can change with your picture. Oh, sorry. I shared the wrong. Sorry. Yeah, I already share both two link ya. Even I ever create not cartoon. Yeah, it is in bahasa, but yeah, it's Upin SpongeBob. Yeah, meme. Yeah, you can create your own with your picture, your principal, maybe your government, I don't know, actress, influencer, yeah, anyone. And after you create it, you can share it to your friends, even your students, in a good way, yeah. Of course. And yeah, that's it. The memes very simple. Actually, not really effort, but sometimes teachers don't think it is very important, so they ignore it. GIF, no, unfortunately, I ever try it, but it become a regular, yeah, like JPEG or PNG, so you cannot use GIF. Enabling automatic reader, I think I already demo this feature. Yeah, so it is on the student side. They can pause, or before they play the quiz or the game, they can turn on the automatic reader. And again, this is very useful for special students, for early elementary, kindergarten, etc. And then class on Quizizz, to be honest, could be not really useful. Is there any one of you using class on Quizizz, not Google Classroom? Anyone? I will not ask you to explain these features. Just relax.
Okay, so I'm using it.
Okay, that's fine. I will keep on my promise. So why you use these features, Jerry?
Because
yeah,
it's much more easier for me to assign the quizzes to the students rather than sharing the link. Because when I share the link in Microsoft Teams, sometimes the students are looking for the link again. So when I assign it, then it's easier that they can just go and check back again on their student account.
Okay, and you are not Google Classroom users, yeah? I guess
we
you are Teams users, yeah? Microsoft Teams users. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. So actually, the class on Quizizz, maybe it's useful for Quizizz users who they don't use Classroom, Schoology, or Canvas. But I think Schoology and Canvas is not really popular in Southeast Asia. Or is there any one of you on your school using Schoology or Canvas? I will not ask you to explain. I just wanna know, because just one school that I know in Indonesia that they use Canvas. But Schoology and Canvas is really popular in US and Canada, so that's why Quizizz has Schoology and Canvas integration. So again, create a class or class on Quizizz, not Google Classroom. It will be good if you are not user or on GCR, Schoology and Canvas. So how to use it is very, very simple, as Jerry said. Just create a class and then name your class. For example, Super Trainer. Okay, because I already has the subject that I teach, it is safe, but let's say you can ignore it. It is not really important. And then if you have a chance to require students to enter their guardians or parents' email, my suggestion is uncheck list. Because I think in the context of Southeast Asia, they don't know their parents' email. I don't know, maybe in your country it's different. I don't know, but just my guessing, Indonesia, even sometimes students they use their parents' email. Sometimes, yeah. If it's not, I'm not sure they know their parents' email. Sometimes the parents they directly access their student device. So why? Because actually, you can still ask the student, or ask the student to input their parents' email. But it will be a problem if this request is mandatory. Because if they, let's say you have 40 students in a class, and like 2 or 3 students, they don't know their parents' email, it will be a problem. They cannot play the game, they cannot join the class. But if you unrequired students, they can still enter their parents' email, but it will not be a problem for the students who they don't know their parents' email. So please, you can uncheck this and click the class. And you can share the link, invitation link through WhatsApp, Microsoft Teams, Moodle, or anything that you use in your institution. Copy link. And it's only 14 days. So after 14 days, you have to invite again. For example, my fake account, click the link, and then just This is the part that we will ask our students to enter their parents' email. Because it is not really required, I can just accept the invitation. It is in Bahasa, sorry, default. But if I ask or mandatory request about parents' email, I really I cannot accept the invitation if I didn't enter the email. So that's why. And I can rename myself as a student, yeah, because it's fake account and I use a random name, but it is not a problem. Yeah, and then that's very simple, no drama. We will face a lot of drama when we use Google Classroom. So again, even like it is very weird. Several participants in Indonesia, like they didn't use Google Classroom, but they feel FOMO, fear of missing, because other teachers who use Google Classroom, they ask about Google Classroom integration, and then they ask me how to integrate Google Classroom. Okay, what is your Google Classroom email? Oh, I didn't use Google Classroom, so you don't need integration on Google Classroom. But the other teachers, they ask about that. So the context, if you didn't use Google Classroom, you don't need to integrate to Google Classroom. You can just create class on Quizizz. That's class on Quizizz. And then, yeah, you can delete it or archive it. I will archive it. And then, okay, I will start from the beginning. Google Classroom. Okay. Okay, please more focus because it is harder actually than other features, because always anything regarding integrating two platforms, it is a little bit complex. So please more focus. And how to integrate Google Classroom? First thing first, click classes. And this is very same with the new users, yeah. And then we talk about Classroom. We will not discuss about Schoology and Canvas because, yeah, I think rarely we have that. Click Google Classroom. Okay, I will have a question. Is it possible my email on Google Classroom and Quizizz is different as a teacher? Grace, is it possible because you're using Google Classroom and you integrated last year?
Should be the same.
Should be the same. Okay, this from Grace. Other answer?
What's the question again?
That is very sad. Is it possible if my email on Quizizz and Google Classroom is different? Can I integrate the difference email?
In Google Classroom, I think cannot lah. Google Classroom a bit strict.
I can integrate it differently.
Okay. To answer, yeah. Is there one of you that have different answer regarding this question? No. Why like you worry about this? Okay.
There is, Umar. Yeah. I think it's all in the chat. A lot of them were saying yes.
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. I didn't really check on the chat because it is possible. Ashraf, no. Alwin, I think it's possible. Hoa, Juliet, Sam, Sherin, yes.
For me, it's possible, Omar.
Cigu Kelly, yeah.
Yeah.
Cigu Kelly.
It's possible. Besides, we can when Omar click the classroom, we can switch account among the first question there.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. One more. Yeah. Thank you, Cigu Kelly. One more. One thing. It is nice to like you type your response on the chat, but actually, I will be more excited if you just open your mic and say the answer. So it is not really silent, but totally fine. Yeah, Cigu Kelly and several trainers are right. We can integrate the Google Classroom even our email is different. I can click Google Classroom and then I can switch account. Even you can see I use my alter email, yeah, Laudo Trava, because I'm I love One Piece and my favorite character is Travel yeah, if you know. And this is the email. And then if you see my settings, my quiz, my email is umar@quizizz.com, so it's different. So the answer is yes, you can do it. On the student side, no. On the student side, it should be same. Okay, we will try to connect with my email that we have class on there. Yeah, just ask your participant to just low. It is very regular thing on Google, yeah. So yeah, after this, all class that on your Google Classroom will appear, and then you only need to check list all the class you want to integrate. And again, I suggest you to don't ask or force your students or participant to check list this option. It will be another drama if you're requiring this. So uncheck list and then save it. Okay, 95 students. Okay. Let's see, updating the class. I don't know why this has not inside the. I think because I have another account with this email, but this if we check on the okay, I will try with my library. Wait. Can anyone check on the Google Classroom, our Google Classroom, and click the invite link? Can you join the class? I just curious. Or play the game that I shared. But you also can still see my screen. So let's we check the Google Classroom site. But how to assign the quiz to the Google Classroom after we integrate the Google Classroom, we can select, and then we can edit the maximum grading. So the maximum point is 100, but if you want to make it like 80 or ungraded, just they did it or not, or just default. On the default, you got 100. Assignment title, ice breaking, for example. Schedule and description. Nah, this is one of the advantages you integrate to Google Classroom. Because when you integrate to Google Classroom, you can customize when the student can play the game. Without Google Classroom integration, you cannot customize when the student can start the game. So yeah, you can see on my site when shall this game start. Usually no, sorry. And you can also pick a custom date and time, and you can arrange the time. So it's possible for you to assign the game, like you can assign now, but they will start the quiz like on Monday. It is possible. And I think that's only possible when you use Google Classroom integration. That's why actually Google Classroom integration is really useful, but yeah, lots of challenge also on these features. And next, and just assign. And then, yeah, please check on the Google Classroom, you can just, okay, I will check on my Google Classroom. You can click the invitation link first, or just directly play the game that I shared. Okay, if you can join, we will solve the problem. Okay, on the Google Classroom side, yeah, you can see this is the assignment that I give, and this is the invitation link. Okay, I will delete the previous one. Yeah, you can try to click the class invite link or the ice breaking. Just play it. Yeah, nothing to lose. We will see what happened. The grade is not really important here. Yeah, it is. Okay. I think it should be enter parents or guardian email address. Yeah, I think previously there is an error, but now it's fine. If you are super users, as I said yesterday, there's a butterfly here. Sorry. If you are super users, you don't need to updating the class. Theoretically, I heard from the engineer team, as you see, keep class roster up to date with auto syncs and use custom scoring on assignment. Theoretically, so you can believe it, or yeah, if you didn't believe it, just keep updating. That's also totally fine. But how do we know our students already joined or not? We can see if they already joined, we will find text enter parents or guardian email address. It means they already joined and then they're ready to play the game. But there are some users that has not accepted invite. I asked this morning with the engineer team. They told me the Gmail that they use on Google Classroom, it doesn't have Quizizz. I wanna confirm it. Is it true? There is Jesse, Wong, Flor, Darlene, San, Maria, Hoa, David, and Madia Lagan. Is it the email that all of you use on the Google Classroom? It doesn't have a Quizizz account. Is it true or not? Anyone in this list?
Repeat it, Omar.
Sorry?
Repeat your question, please, Omar.
We see the difference. I thought to all of you, the sign that the students already joined or already integrated between the Google Classroom and Quizizz. We can see the text enter parents or guardian email address. When you see this text on your students, it means the students already joined. They can play the game. But if you see they has not accepted invite, it means they have not ready, or yeah.
I think logic, because I see some of my students also, they like haven't accepted yet. I don't know why, but then
yeah,
like funny, right?
So yeah.
Is it because of the guardian's email? Is it because of that?
No. It's not. But the guardian's email, as I said, it's probably because they don't have the Gmail that they use on Google Classroom. It doesn't contain Quizizz account, So
you haven't created Quizizz.
Yeah, you haven't created the Quizizz account using.
Is it?
Yeah. So actually, that they have to do, they have to create the Quizizz account first using the email. So that's why I want to confirm it. But it is.
Good evening, Sir Omar. Can I explain from my side?
Yeah. Yeah.
I am the yes. When you invited me to join the class,
yeah,
using my dotted email, it was failed because I used the Department of Education email.
Yeah.
of DepEd email. And yeah, I think, or I thought that that day that email account will be okay. So
actually, I'm not forcing all of you to join the class. Yeah, I just want to confirm that it's happened because the Gmail. I know why some of you cannot join in this integration. My best guessing, some of your Quizizz account using institution email, and your institution email cannot join the Google Classroom. So, but I just want to confirm again, validating the theory that has not accepted invite because the email is never used to create the quiz email. If no one against this theory,
email because of you're using only your personal email.
Yeah. I do. But can you, Flor, create a quiz email using your personal email right now?
No, I am using the Department of Education email.
Yeah. But can you create new account of Quizizz using your personal email that you use to join our Google Classroom? I just curious actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Please, Noras, we will see it. So, another one, why we use Google Classroom integration, it is more security issue. I know maybe some of you have concern regarding the security. Again, Quizizz is gamification. It is not really designed for serious assessment. Yeah, more or less, I agree with Paul. But on the other hand, when we integrate Google Classroom to Quizizz, actually the game is more secure because only students from a Google Classroom itself that they can play the game. And then so other person, they cannot play even they are from your institution, but if they are not on the class, there's a class, they cannot play your game.
That's the weak link for me, because I haven't started using Google Classroom, but I will be shortly.
Yeah, but that's your privilege.
But usually what I do, I put it in the Google Classroom, but I can take back the link and like personally you WhatsApp them. I mean, they can use back the same Quizizz link. So even though if they don't go in through the Google Classroom, they can still play using the Quizizz link.
Yeah, you can also. I also have another tips that I will share to all of you. But on the other hand, the advantages of this, the score or the accuracy will directly update to your Google Classroom. So you don't need to like manually input your student result to your Google Classroom. It will be very useful if you are a really Google Classroom users. Yeah, if you are not Google Classroom users, actually you don't need to. Maybe this function is not really useful because the result already on quiz reports. That's another thing. And the other thing, you also able to generate the game code, but it still only be played with student on our class. For example, this is the what that make it more secure, because actually when you share or when you assign the quiz, there's no game link or link game game link. So if you play like usual method, they can share the game code. Maybe they share to their girlfriend, best friend, brothers, something else. But on Google Classroom, they cannot share the game code. But in some case, if you want to get the game code, you can click here. And then you can get the game code. And then you can play, share it to your students. But again, they still have to join the Google Classroom. It is useless if you share the game code, but they are not on the Google Classroom. Yeah, that's Google Classroom. Usually, the most problem that occurred, it is because teachers forget or not updating the class. Fortunately for super, theoretically they don't need to updating, but our assumption, our participant, they using basic, so they need to updating the class. And the second one, student has multiple emails on the device, so sometimes their email on Quizizz and Google Classroom is different. And for student side, the email should be same, unlike teacher side. Yeah, that Google Classroom. And then I will explain the last topic, and after that we will have discussion and one quiz. Yeah, as usual.
Can I ask question?
Okay, sure.
Just now, talking about this, the email, the parents' email.
Yeah.
Because first I don't know about that, then but I adjust it to non-receiving email. So once they type in the email, will it be like once off like that, or they will repeatedly
no. They only need to put it once. So
once.
Yeah, only once. And what will happen if in the first invitation they ignore it? I think there's nothing student can do. Yeah. So if they ignore it to fill the participant, the teacher's the parents' email at the first time, I think the student have to give the parents' email to the teachers, and then the teachers have to write it manually. You can write their email manually, actually. You can see. For example, Cigu Asia, I want to input your parents' email. I will yeah, I can do this. You can put by yourself.
Oh, they can simply put any email.
Yeah. And you can set the summary report automatically or manually. Automatically, if we set it automatically, it means all the reports will be sent it to their students. And what is the reports? For example, ice breaking. And then I will send the result to the parents. Let's say the parent is me. Quizizz.com. Yeah, you can customize the. And then how it looks like the email on the teacher. Yeah, you can see this is the report. You have received a quiz report for Lim. Let's say Lim is my daughter in this context, yeah. And then view full report. So I become a parent, yeah. And then as a parent, I will see a report of my daughter. You can see. So it's really good, actually, for sure. And it is automatically. So if you write or fill the parents' email, it will be automatically send it to the parents. So you don't need to repeat it, send it. No. You don't need to do that. You only need to write their email once, and then our report will be sent it frequently for every games that your child have. And then even you can play it with your students, or even you can find similar quiz, and then you can play it again with your students. Yeah, but I don't know, in Southeast Asia, I don't know, in Indonesia maybe, yeah. Indonesia, this feature is not really popular, but good to know if you want to learn.
Hi, Umar.
Yeah, Jerry. Sure.
If I assign an activity to the class and the student did not complete the quizzes, there is no report to be sent to the parents' email, right?
Nice question, and I don't have experience but my best guessing, no.
I see.
Yeah.
My last and quick question about class is that if now I don't use Google Classroom or Schoology or Canvas, it looks like when I have a class now, I've already assigned 3 different quizzes for them to do. I am not able to see their performance across the 3 quiz, right? I have to see one by one because the reports are separate. Is that correct? Can I see like how did they do for all the 3 quiz I assigned?
Actually, for Google Classroom, to be honest, I don't have lots of experience on Quizizz class. To be honest, but on Google Classroom, actually, you can host a quiz parallelly to multiple class, and I think the report will be on the one report, and then you can sort it by class, I think so. Yeah, but it's Google Classroom.
Correct. If I go to report, I can filter by class.
Yeah.
For example, now I'm actually looking at it, but I've already assigned 3 quizzes to the class. I will only see the report one by one. What I mean is I would like to see the report with the names of the students on the left. And then when I look at the columns are showing me first quiz I assign, second quiz I assign, and see what is their percentage. You get what I mean, right?
Okay.
Okay, Jerry.
Yeah.
Jerry, do you have a Google Classroom?
No, Jerry didn't use Google Classroom.
Okay. Because if we are using Google Classroom, we can see our student result there.
Oh, okay. So if you assign 4 or 5 quizzes, you get to see it all in one table.
Yeah.
Like how you
correct.
Exactly like that. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
So the latest one will be on the left, and then we go to the right or the lambat the before one. So you can see the whole row there. Which one the fella didn't do, and I can see lah.
I can find the budak nakal at Cikgu Raja.
Kosong means the fella never do.
Okay. Thank you.
So again, so sorry, Jerry. So I think I really appreciate you use Quizizz class, but even for me, I'm not using it because in Indonesia even Google Classroom more popular, and it is a bit hard for me to like create a simulation class because class features it is hard to simulate. I have lots of account, but I cannot like pretending as students, and I don't want to create. It's like should be natural, so that's why that's kind of question is quite hard to answer. But
understood, Umar. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So that's about Google Classroom. And the question, what will happen if students play it twice? For example, Lim. I ever heard from teachers, the second or the best score will be shown or on Google Classroom. And then, but keep in mind also sometimes the score is delayed even until like one day. I mean 24 hours. So if your participant or teachers ask why the score is not delivered to Google Classroom, you can ask them to wait one day, 24 hours, and after one day the scores is not arrived on Google Classroom, you can sending email to support@quizizz.com.
Don't send email to Umar.
Because if you ask me, and then I will ask the teams because when you already but to be honest, the Google Classroom is very technical things. So to be honest, that could be the only one features that I prefer you directly ask the customer support. The other thing you can asking me, that's fine. So yeah, Now, for example, I think this Lim, yeah, Lim, she got 100, even on the first try, there's only 50, and the second one 100. So that's why the last or the biggest score will arrive. Yeah, Sawarok also. Sawarok. Okay. The last features tonight, parallel class. Okay, what is parallel class? It is not really useful if you are Google Classroom users, because on Google Classroom you can host a game multiply to lots of class, yeah. As I said previously, if you are Google Classroom users and you wanna assign, just select. It could be lots of class here, but because I only have one, I only have one option. But if let's say you have 10, you can share 10. I don't know, to be sure, to be honest, like it will be different or not for basic and super users, because on basic you are only able to host up to 100, on super up to 500, but per my knowledge, you can host a parallel class using Google Classroom. But let's assume not all teachers, they already integrate their quiz to Google Classroom, but they wanna, or even they are not Google Classroom users, and how to generate or how to play a quiz with lots of class at the same time. It is very easy actually. For example, this is the quiz. And what I do is only copy paste the link. For example, you want to play 6, copy paste it until 6. And then let's say we homework lah ya, or no homework. Homework is too easy. Let's say live game. Okay, start live game, classic, continue. Just repeat the step. Continue. Of course, we assume we already checked this game setting, yeah, because we already discussed about that. Continue. Classic. Continue. See, you can see the game codes for every 6 game is different. Yeah, you can see, yeah. So you can just copy paste the link based on their class. And after that, yeah, you can play it. The only one concern is your internet connection if you play with live mode. Yeah, because yeah, it is a bit hard, yeah, for internet connection. And besides that, you can rename the report. For example, it is for 10A. And then it is for 9B. It is for Nancy, etc., etc. Yeah. So all the games are running. So yeah, just play it as usual. Again, the only concern is your internet connection. Besides this, even you are basic, you can play 100 parallel game at the same time. On super, theoretically unlimited, but I'm not sure it's really unlimited, but I think 100 is more than enough. So yeah, the point you can play it with lots of class. In Indonesia, usually they don't know these features, even it is very easy. Usually they duplicate the quiz. They duplicate the quiz, and then they rename the quiz, and then they play it because they don't think that they didn't think one quiz it could be played for several class at the same time. So that's incorrect. Yeah, but several beginner users think that. So we have to know that.
Sorry,
Done.
Omar.
Yeah. Sure, Jerry.
Unfortunately, I didn't hear you talking about the purpose of this. Why are you running so many of the same quizzes at the same time?
Okay, for example, is let's say the context is online learning, yeah. And then let's say you didn't have LMS or you have Google Classroom, but you cannot integrate it because too much drama, let's say. And you have to play with several class at the same time, the same quiz. I know in university, usually you only have a few class and rarely it is like same class. But in Indonesia, for example, English teachers, they have like exam, usual exam, not really hard exam. And he have to like hosting a quiz at the same time. So sometimes they have to play using live mode with several class, the same quiz at the same times.
Okay, I see. Yeah, because for us, like you said, I normally do not have different classes at the same time. They're all different times, so I can always go live again and again when the time the class comes. Okay.
Yeah, even in Indonesia also, several teachers, they like teaching the class, some class at the same time. For example, they teach NaN A, NaN B, NaN C, and they join at the same Zoom, but to better result or reports, he or she separated the quiz, so it is better. So the report is still different. So that's why.
Correct. The most important thing is you want to separate your students into different reports. I understand
the
that.
report.
Right.
Because
thank you.
If they in the separate report, even we ask them to write your class name. Sometimes, sometimes students they still didn't understand.
Students being students,
yeah. Even you already asked, write your class, but sometimes they
even university
sorry, Umar,
students.
I have a question.
Yeah, sure.
Just to clarify that when you copy and paste the live quizzes, like you have just now, you showed 6 live quizzes at the same time, right?
Yeah.
So you said the total 100 participants is for one live quizzes or the whole 6 quizzes at the same time? Is it 100 maximum is 100 per quiz, or the total 6 live quizzes at the same time?
Total live quizzes at the same time.
Oh, that means if you created like 6 quizzes, a live quiz at the same time, that means if, for example, more than 100, that means the students, if more students wants to participate, they cannot enter the quiz, right?
The 100 is the game, not participant. I mean, you can have 100 running games or 100 live games at the same time. The 100 also for each game.
Oh, I see. Thank you.
So actually, you can play 100 multiple 100. You can play with 10,000 students at the same times. But who will use that? I mean, Quizizz can, but your internet connection, I doubt that.
No, because I'm just afraid I misinterpret your
but fine.
Just now.
Yeah, but fine.
Thank you.
Actually, normally hosting a parallel class is maybe not really useful in your country. I don't know, but in Indonesia, it is contextual. So again, even whatever I said, even since last Friday until Sunday, next Sunday, you still have to contextualize with your country. because even that what I did in Southeast Asia or Indonesia particularly is very different that what our team did in US, because the context in US and Indonesia or Southeast Asia we see is different, so you have to contextualize again. And then that's everything I have for the features for now. We still, we will play a game. Yeah, sure.
The reports, under reports,
Sorry?
Under the reports.
Yeah.
The reports, there's no like that you can adjust they have the best scorer on top or the least one. Is there any function like they have in alphabetical order under reports?
Yeah, alphabet, right?
Yeah, according to their name.
Let's see.
Open one of the report. Okay.
Yeah, first, last.
They don't have like according to alphabetical order.
Is you can sort by their first name.
Is it?
And last name.
You mean the last scorer?
Or last score. The sort by
first name.
Last name. Is it that you mean? Sort by.
They will sort by their name, like those who start with A will start with, the list, the name list.
Last name. That you mean? I don't know. Oh, okay. It is
according to their name.
First name or last name? We have first name or last name?
According to alphabets.
It is alphabetically. So, Ashraf, Angela, Angelita.
Okay, that is under which one?
To show this thing, you sort by first name.
Oh, okay.
Is it that you mean?
Yeah. I think that's the one.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so I will share the link first, and then if you have question, I will still happy to help. Extend more than 100 participants. Yeah, that's a trick. Okay, some teachers told me I'm a person with full of trick, a few years ago. But which university are you from? If I do this with Canvas. Oh yeah, link. Actually, Canvas is only available for school and district. So it is a bit complex actually. So is it mean your university using Canvas, Link? Hello, Mrs. Link.
Yes, my uni is using Canvas.
Yeah. So actually, your university or your institution have to use school and district, and it is a bit complex actually, and I'm not sure it is easy for because for school and district it means the entire institution have to upgrade. So
they have to subscribe.
But you can try with your own because but I think
Did Umar froze?
Hello. We lost him. Okay. I thought it's my line back. Okay.
I thought he's thinking very, very deeply.
I thought it's my line, not good. Okay. Wait for him.
Yeah, I think. Okay.
Sorry. Salah connection.
Okay.
So Link, can you check your Quizizz account? Is it school and district or individual super?
It should be individual. It's not under university. It's because I purchased myself.
Yeah. Okay. I will upgrade. I will upgrade to school and district first, and you can try to integrate to Canvas.
Wow,
and we can see is it I also curious it is works or not if
Yes, that would be great. Because I want to try to have a test next week.
Or maybe after the session, can you stay for a while? I will just upgrade and we can figure it out.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Link. 47 already joined. Is there anyone who's still struggling? I will share my screen. Okay, I think almost all of you joined. Oh yeah, I haven't proofreading the question. To be honest, I just create the question maybe like 2-3 hours before the session. So again, we can see, did I make mistake like yesterday? Okay. Rizwan at the first place. Mrs. Ling at the second. Boch. Who is Boch?
It's me, Alvin.
Oh, Alvin. Okay, go on. Why the music? Cikgu Raja Nadia at the first place. Cikgu Nur Adliana at the second. Alwin at the third. MYN Matan now at the second. Wong, Nur Adliana, Angela, Cikgu Raja. She's the king. I just switched my connection and it is worse. So I have to refreshing several things. Jerry first. Come on, Jerry. Even you're not using Google Classroom, you'll have to write on Google Classroom question. Okay, Jerry still Jerry, but Cikgu Nur Adliana still have chance. Angela, I think Angela just got wrong 1 or twice. Jerry, I think like 2 or 3 times. Grace, but Grace, yeah, it looks like Jerry will win. Chigo Hafiz will have chance a bit. Okay, I will close the quiz in 10 minutes, yeah? 10 minutes, 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Don't worry, we will review the quiz. Maybe I made a mistake, maybe I'm not. So let's see. But Jerry win. Congrats, Jerry. Anyone to say?
It's all because of the I got the power up to double the points. Yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah.
That one is a very, very useful power up.
Yeah, you got a very high score actually. Even Chigo Hafizul also only wrong 2 numbers, but the score is like you have like almost 1,000 more than Chigo Hafizul. But let's see what is good, what is not good. Number 12. What is number 12? Ha ha ha. Yeah, I know it's very hard. And this question is not really important. I just trying to create a hard question.
I got this one wrong just because Flashcards has I didn't put space in between.
Yeah, actually,
me either.
Actually, I create like 3 options. Flashcard with S, without S, but I think space is it is quite important. So I think the system say it is wrong. But don't worry, it's not really important. That's fine. Rather than that, overview. Wow. The most common mistake on Google Classroom, but I think this the checkbox, yeah. Different email on teacher side is not counted. Chigo Hafizul. we already discussed that.
Because I'm not using Google Classroom, I think.
Oh yeah. Well, what is the platform that you use?
In my school, I use Teams. We use Teams.
Oh, yeah. Totally fair. And then number 6, on a team mode, teacher unable to change the team name, change the team member. Okay, number 6. On a teammate, teacher unable to change the team name. Yeah, we cannot change the team name. Admit a student to join when the game already started. Yeah, I also already said this, but I think almost all of you already choose the right answer, but you like also choose B and D, so that's why your answer mostly wrong.
Sorry, Omar. So that means the teacher can change the team member during the game, right?
Yeah. No. Change the team member before the game.
But here it says, I choose that answer as well, and that answer is not correct. Actually, can I change the team member during the game?
No.
No, then that should be an answer, right?
Teacher unable to change the. Actually, you can change the team member, but
you can.
You can, but during the game, no. But before the game, yes. Yeah, maybe there is a bit lost a bit context, yeah. But you can, yeah. you can change the team member before the game.
Pening,
Yes, before the game,
Yeah, before the game you can. But during the game, no. Yeah, but totally fine. It's not fully my fault, but maybe lost a bit complex context. Yeah.
For that one, Omar, you can just put at the answer before the game.
Yeah. Actually, as I said, like other option, I said like the game already started.
Correct.
Sometimes, so that's why, as I said, I missed some context. So that's why, we need preview. To be honest, I didn't preview the quiz because it is very, the mode. Okay, up to 8, it is very clear. Number 7, we can see. It is 8. It is, it is easy.
Number 8, very
How? Ready? You choose 50. You answer 50. Or it is too much.
This one is thanks to Cikgu Hafizul earlier because he mentioned it.
He requested for more, right?
Cikgu Umi 30. 30 is too much. But 8, that's clear. But don't worry, it's not really, that's not really a frequent question. How to use read aloud? It is on student side. I think I already. How to use read aloud or automatic reader? No, teacher cannot set it before the start the game. It is on the student side. I think it's clear. It is fully on the student side, and there is no settings on student side. It is, on the setting account. No, it is fully on the game settings. And then read aloud. Okay, collection. I think some of you maybe run of time, so more read on this part. But good actually. Maybe just the timer too fast. But beside that, I have to more careful with the question and answer, of course, because I still have time to fix this. The certification quiz will be around this topic. So I don't know, you have to be worried or not, but as long as you
I think very now I stress.
But you already play it, right? Of course I will have lots of new question, but maybe like 60-70% that you already play it. So
that's why we need more tips and tricks from Umar.
Jerry, ask more question. Question all very
What's the passing score, Umar?
Sorry?
What's the passing score?
What do you think? What is the fair passing grade?
The highest point? Is it 100?
No. Will you want? Do you really want I set the passing grade to 100? But I wanna hear from you, Chigo. What is the passing grade score on your school?
40.
Huh?
No.
60.
40.
Oh no.
40?
I didn't believe it. Actually, my plan is 80. But you can try 3 times. So if you play, but it is, so my plan is I will create like 100. We already like almost, let's say we play like 15 question for each session. So we have about 60-70 question we played until tomorrow. And then, so I only need to create more 30. And then all of you only like do 50 question, but I will use adaptive learning. So the question for all of you will be different, or even you try 3 times, it could be different.
Guys, our plan gone lah, Cikgu Raja.
Baru nak salin, that's why gone lah.
We start another Zoom call and do together.
But that's fine. That's not a final thing. It could be the passing grade could be higher, it could be lower. So
cannot lah jadi Umar pandai.
So let's see. But again, you don't need to worry. You are still Quizizz trainer again. whether whatever you got, the difference you will get the certificate or not. That's only thing. But again, don't worry about that.
Cannot lah.
No, don't worry about that. Still, I will discuss with my team about that. Still, focus on tomorrow. Tomorrow is very, very important because again, Deepak will join. So even I think I will create like virtual background. So we will when we have a picture, so it's better than last Friday. Nice. Okay.